Listen, what's going on, family? How are you doing, man? This is your boy, Dr. Mark Abraham, the president and CEO of MEA Consulting Services LLC. We are noted for being one of the fastest growing consulting companies in the country. I'm trying to keep this up right now. Let's see if that works. Listen, so I haven't been live in so long, but I wanted to come and just share some thoughts about kind of like what I do, how I support principals, how I coach leadership teams, and the importance of things that sometimes may be tedious, or you don't see the value in it, or it becomes challenging to do. One of those things are, is that piece when we talk about knowing your data and how important data is to your building and how significant it is to your success as a school leader. Before I go into that, I do have to say, man, if you're a principal, assistant principal, coach, teacher, anything that you might do in the profession, I posted this the other day. It is so important, man, to take care of your mental health and your physical health. I talk about that in my book, What Success Looks Like, Increasing Graduation Rates for Young Men of Color. If you don't have that, you got to pick that up. But taking care of your mental health and your physical health is crucial, right? Like I see people, man, that are having heart attacks and having strokes and dying before time because the work we do is challenging. It's difficult. It takes a lot out of you. It pulls a lot out of you. And if we don't make our health our priority, if we don't make good eating our priority, if we don't make exercise our priority, man, it impacts us in so many different ways. And what I want for you to do is to be healthy, live a long life, be prosperous, be successful, and run a successful school or classroom or whatever it is that your profession may lead you to do in this time in this season. And so you say, well, Doc, how do you protect your mental health? I always say, listen, you got to limit what you're feeding your soul, feeding your emotions, feeding your mind. Limit that, the nonsense, some of the news outlets that you might be watching, some of the rage baiting information that goes out there, so that you can be healthy mentally. Number two, we talk about exercise. Exercise is important. The endorphins that are released when you are doing some type of work. I remember when I was a high school principal, man, I was under such scrutiny and pressure that, when I went to the doctor, they said, "Hey, you have heart palpitations." I had to make a decision, man, to do some things differently. I was drinking Red Bulls every day, caffeine, trying to stay up, trying to work two, three jobs, just and be a father and a husband and all the things, right? And I had to make some different decisions because I didn't want to catch a heart attack and die in that role. I always say, man, in these schools, man, you end up giving all you got and putting all you got into it, you end up dying, man, and they'll have your job posted on Indeed before your obituary is even written. So it's important that you take the time to take care of you. And I hear people say, "Well, I don't have no time." Well, you better make time, right? Ounce of prevention is worth a pound of care. So I just wanted to say that. So talking about this data piece, talking about why data is important, talking about why data is needed in your everyday practice and in your everyday school, and how do you use data to move, um, your school in the right direction. I have three data points that I coach everyone on, and anybody I coach, they'll tell you the same thing. It's the ABCs. The ABCs: attendance, behavior, course passing data. Now, when you're looking at attendance, I always say this: you can't just look at student attendance. You got to look at teacher attendance, student attendance. What does attendance give you an understanding? It tells you, it gives you an understanding of what's the culture in the building. The culture of the building is so crucial. Do you have a culture that's welcoming? Do you have a culture that makes people feel valued? Do you have a culture that makes people feel loved? How do you create a culture? What the research says is that school principals are responsible. The main function is safety and culture. We need to create a culture that is one of inclusive, one that's loving, one that is competitive, one that is driving for results, one that is saying that failure is not an option, that if you come to my school you're going to win, you're going to succeed, you're going to thrive, you're going to do all the good stuff, and I'm going to make sure that you're competitive. So that's number one. Number two, the behavior piece. You have to look at the behaviors of the building. What are the issues that are arising in your building? Is it fighting? Is it vaping? Is it this? In addition, where are those issues actually arising from? Like where are your big issues? Because I hear people all the time say, well, we want to have a vaping program, or we want to do this, and we want to do that. But then the problem is, you go do that, and it's not changing anything because you're not attacking the right thing. Last piece is your course passing data. What is your course passing data telling you about your school? What is it telling you about the efficiency of your school? What is it telling you about the productivity in your school? What is it saying about how your school is performing academically? If you have 7 out of 10 of your kids failing science, that is a red flag. It's something that you have to start making a decision as a principal. So data should be driving our everyday practices. It should drive everything that we do, and it should give us what it shows us the healthiness or where we're lacking in our building. And once you start looking at these ABCs over and over again, you'll start to make changes based off that data that would actually get you to a place of success. Hey, listen, this is Dr. Mark Abraham, the principal's coach, number one success speaker in the world, number one coach in the world, man. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to give you some game. I'm trying to make your job easier and become more efficient and more effective. Again, Dr. Mark Abraham, if you need me, call me, text me, email me, Facebook message me, whatever it is you want, I'm pulling up. Peace.